Okay, good evening. I'm just today taken delivery of this parcel. This parcel, I'll hold it up if I can, show you the full thing of it, is the first section of the Hornby Preserve Railway that I want to build. So basically it's a Hornby Dublo 3-rail version of a preserve railway. I should build it on several boards. So I've ordered this. I purchased it from eBay, a company called Grainge and Hodder. This section was £46.50, and with the postage £55.49. They said it would be about 3 weeks, but it's come in about 2. And they send it via DHL. It's very nicely wrapped. Can't see any real problems from this side of it. I haven't had a look at it, so we're going to open it and see what we've got, and then over the coming nights I'll put it together and we'll take it through and turn it into a part of our newly preserved railway. It looks quite good inside here at the moment, so I'll just put it up here. I'm just going to get rid of this knife, really. It's one of them horrible knives that hasn't got the detachable blade, that so you could hurt yourself. So I'm just going to put the knife out of the way now. Right, so the reason I went for this is because I want several sections. This is, you can see the thickness of the ply, and of course it's all laser cut. You have holes through where you can put your wires and various other bits, and I believe these I think there's something to do with the joining. They're either something to do with the legs, because you can buy legs for these as well, which I probably will. The whole thing is very light, but hopefully it's going to be very strong. So the whole purpose of this is to build it so that I've been looking at it for a long time, and I've suddenly plucked up the courage to order it, and this is it now, all coming out the box. It's all slotted. I think there's the instructions, so it's as big as what the box is basically. So there we are. I just move that box out of the way. I think I need a bigger room, really. There we are. I'll put that box over there. So this is the main piece of the board, and it looks like it's all kind of taped together with masking tape to stop it from moving about. There's no apparent damage, so they obviously did a good job. I can undo these pieces, and then what we'll do probably tomorrow evening is we'll start putting it together, because it gives me a chance in between time to have a read of the instructions. I know it's not a very manly thing to do, because you're supposed to put it together without the instructions. Finally got several bits left and then have another go, but I think we'll do it properly for a change. I know I'm breaking a habit of a lifetime, but there you go. There's nothing breaking, by the way. It's because it's all taped together with masking tape. It's just the pieces falling down. So I'm just going to get a few bits separated, show you roughly what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. So of course we will be painting it, and I'll probably paint it in the traditional Hornby board colours with probably green on the top, and then attach the rail directly to the top of the board. So there we go. We've got several bits here like that. So it's not going to be any heavier, because it doesn't matter how you put it together, you won't add the weight to it. So with several of these packed on top of each other, I think you could put them in the boot of your car and go off to a railway exhibition or whatever it is, or even run it outside in the garden. one other reason I went for this is because at the moment I'm living in a 2-bedroom apartment, so I haven't got a great deal of room like I had when we lived in our house. So it looks like everything slots together quite well. So that gives you the depth of the board, so you can see the depth there, which we can find ourselves something to measure by. There we go. So it's roughly gonna be about 90 millimeters deep, which is quite good, quite strong, and you can see the length of the board if I hold it up there. So the idea is, on this first board I will build a run round kind of loop, so there'll be a station and a run round loop, and basically the same at the other end of the railway, and then whatever we decide to have in the middle, sidings, because as you can see in the background I have loads of bits and pieces all ready to go. So that's the main section. Then you have 2 of these that go either side of the board. Then following on from that, I believe that's an end piece with the main bits, so that when you put them together you can run the cables through. And then it says on there www.graingeandhodder, all one word, .com, and it says custom baseboards on there, if you can see that. So that's where I got that from, and the reason I'm doing this is to see how good they are. So far I can't see anything wrong with this. Alright, some people might think it's a little bit expensive. I mean, if you are a carpenter, I can make things out of wood, but I don't know about you, I do like things being very neat, and unless you've got the proper machinery and all the rest of it, I mean, this is all laser cut. I think these pieces go on here and they make it stronger for joining together. When I've got to read in the instructions, then say tomorrow evening I'll go through and we'll have, but it all looks good. It's quite strong, it's not going to break. I'll use a good wood glue to put it together. You've got lots of these kind of bits, and there's like the washers, so these are all kind of reinforcing pieces, and I take it they go through for when you bolt it together. So there's 2 of these pieces, I think they go on the ends, and these other pieces go in the middle with these other bits. I'm not quite sure how that works yet, but I will find out as we go along. So there's the other end of that. So I have all the pieces here now, and I think down here the instructions fell down, so I'll have a look at those. Yeah, it says parts list and build guide. So it's all numbered, number 1 being the big piece, and you have these alignment dowels. So I don't quite know what they are yet, but we'll find out as we go along. Corner reinforcements, that is probably what these pieces are. So the corner baseboard top, end frame, cross members, side frame, diagonal cross members, corner reinforcements, and that's it. So basically it's telling you to lay part 1, which is the main base, the top bit of the board, insert the 3 centre parts 3 into the centre sets of slots. So I think that's where the cross members come in. So what I'll do, I'll have a good read of this, bit of a dry run, and then I'll show you it going together, and then we'll glue it all up, see what it's like, paint it, and then we'll start actually putting track on. And in the meantime, I suppose I better order another one so that we can then carry on and start building hopefully this will be the first Hornby Dublo free rail preserved railway. So, because don't forget, that's what we're doing with most of the stuff that we buy anyway, is we're preserving it. So and what better way than to build it on a layout that later on I can perhaps take outside and run whatever, or even take it and run a small bit of exhibition layout with it. So anyway, I'll keep you posted how we go, and I'll have a read now, and we'll carry on tomorrow with the next part. Thank you very much, and I'll see you then.